After reading the Ibrahim Babangida book about the so-called Igbo coup, I think the government of Nigeria should apologize to Igbo, release Nnamdi Kanu, and support for Igbo presidency. After reading the Ibrahim Babangida,
of course, we are saying releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu commit no offense. The offense you are claiming that Nnamdi Kanu committed cannot be compared with what these Fulani men are doing in this country, and they go scot-free. Nobody is talking about. That's why you can see the video you just watched. Ebuka Obi is serious. We're told now that whether it's 40 days fasting and prayer.
Onye nwere gị ihe na-adịghị eme ya. Ihe na-adịghị eme ya. Ihe na-adịghị eme ya.
He has gone that God Almighty must make sure that Nnamdi Kanu must come out from the detections. Enough is enough. Everybody now is now saying it that this injustice, this marginalization that they are doing to this certain tribe is unfair. One would say that after IBB have come out to say that these people are not the one who planned the coup. They are not the ones. And it was because of the coup this hatred started. The British were the one that planned that is forcing this hatred on this tribe. Just because the British felt that they are too knowledgeable. The British felt that they don't give them chance to operate the way they want to chance. They create this hatred. They make the rest of Nigeria to hate Igbos. And that was what transpired. To make sure that they make the world to know that it is Igbos that planned the coup. But so God so kind that the IBB have confessed before he will die that he is not the one. Just a lot of people knows that it was not them, because before now, if somebody came into my channel and he brought out, was it 9 or 7 people that planned the coup? It was only 2 Igbos that was there. How come 2 people would not dominate 7? I've been 9 people. So that's what I'm saying, that many people also knew before that it was not. But God have used IBB to come and showcase the lies this country, the British, has make these people to lie to the world that Igbos are not the one. Because of this single act, they have been deprived not to go to any corridors of power ever since the democracy. Today, look at where we find ourselves. The Yorubas, the Fulanis, the Hausas, they've given us what they can. Look at the country, look at how we are there. You that is watching this video, can you be proud of yourself, of this country, with the way things are going? The answer is no. So it's not by force. If you don't want them to belong to this country, good, fine, allow them to go. 90% of people, 80% of them want to go. Why are you holding them? Why are you holding them? Allow them to go. Let them go and face their palaba. Whether they can stay on their own, whether they cannot stay there, it should not be any business. And that's why people like Ebuka Obi, Reverend Father Mbaka now, they are praying seriously, because everybody have now discovered that the fight that Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting to enrich his pocket. He's not fighting for himself. How many people know that the life Nnamdi Kanu was living in UK, he was living a good life. He came from a good family. He was not suffering. He purposely came to come and liberate his people, and that is part of the suffering. One will say this suffering is suffering now. He's not suffering because he wants to make more wealth. He wants to amount more wealth for himself, or he wants to be. Do you know how many offers that were offered to this young man to drop this agitation? In the course of this agitation, he lost his father. In the course of this agitation, he lost his parents. He could not even have opportunity to bury them. So what am I saying in essence? Everybody need to join hands together. The Igbo politicians, forget your self-centered, because one day will come. The post you are fighting for, I want to be the next governor, I want to be the next senator. You wouldn't even know whether you will live to see the day. Today, where is Ifeanyi? Ifeanyi is gone. Ifeanyi is gone. If they tell Ifeanyi 1 year ago, 2 years ago, that he will die, he will never believe. That is life for you. Ekwere Madu today is still under the prison in UK, lavishing in UK. You that because of what you will be, I want to be the next governor of my state. You sell your people out to strangers. Don't worry, Karma will come for you. Besides that, you people join hands together. Fight for this marginalization. Fight for this injustice that's been said to this particular tribe. Enough is enough. Let people join hands. The spiritual leaders now in Southeast now begin to realize, are coming up, and that's why you can see that Ebuka will be make a movement by taking his headquarters to Imo State, because at this point in time anything can happen. Everybody is now losing hope in this country called Nigeria anymore. Many of them, even the Yorubas, many people now are not believing in this country anymore, because this is no longer a country. Things are not working. Things are getting worse. Have you forgotten when Yaradua was shouting Vision 2020? When Yaradua was shouting Vision 2020, then we assumed that in 2020 Nigeria would be a better place. But the man came, he did his best, despite the head could not allow him. Up to 2015, when these evil people came, they gang up with the help of Obama, they deceived Nigerians that we are suffering, that we need a change. Look at where the change has landed us today. Average Nigerian cannot be proud of 2 square meals a day. They cannot send their children to school because of this evil agenda of these people. They planned this evil. They planned this evil and they orchestrated this evil. They succeeded with it. That's why I said this country needs to be separated. Because these people, this few group of people, they knew they could not achieve their aim. During PDP, they formed alliance to form APC. And they used APC to destroy this country to this extent. Are we afraid of anybody? We are not afraid of anybody. We are not afraid of anybody. We will say the truth. They use this, their party to, the Fulanis, the people who are destroying this country, they know they could not use PDP to achieve their aim. They went to form this APC. Today, look at how they are using this APC to destroy Nigeria. Between 2015 till now, which is how many years? 10 years now. Look at the way they have destroyed our democracy. Look at the way they have destroyed our economy. Look at our institutions. Nobody value our institutions anymore. When we are growing up, before 2015, a civil servant will buy a car. A civil servant will be afraid to take his car to the office. Because you know that the car you bought, 2 years of your salary cannot buy that car. You will be questioned, how did you buy this car? But as I speak to you, corruption on the highest level now. Look at how Natasha now is busy disgracing Nigeria in the international world. Because of something the senators supposed to handle with care, they refuse to do it. But we are selling ourselves. And somebody out there will be walking from one place to another. He's looking for investors to come and invest in Nigeria. How will the investors come to come and invest what? Are they not listening to us? What is happening? Look at this allegation against the third person on the seat of Nigeria, Senate President, allegedly harassing a sitting senator. Look at the way they hand over this woman. The way the committee that's supposed to scrutinize, work against the issue, they did not give this time to do this thing. The next thing they give us 6 months. And you can see where it's leading us to. We should continue. When we keep destroying these institutions, everybody in one way or the other will get his own share. Where is Lai Mohammed now today? As he deceived Nigeria, the Baba was really lying to Nigerians. During Buhari government, where is Lai Mohammed today? Even people who are claiming that they are champion under this Tinubu regime, one day they will also retire. That is life for you. No champion for you. You cannot stay there forever. If you want, even 4 years, 8 years, maximum of 8 years, you will go and sit. Where is Ngige? Today, is he Ngige? Yes, Ngige, Minister of Labour under Buhari government. You keep insulting people, talk rubbish, talk nonsense. You that are being paid with taxpayers' money. I remember those 2 people, the Lai Mohammed and Ngige, the Labour Minister, then during Buhari government. These 2 people cannot be forgotten in hurry. And Malami, Anthony to Buhari government. They single-handedly, these 3 people can be figured out. People who make Buhari government to fail, destroying our institutions to make sure that they keep praising Buhari despite when they got it wrong. Saraki that stood on his feet to make sure that he put where Buhari belongs. They look into Saraki, they pour speed on Saraki. That Saraki is the one that is not one department of Nigeria. Along where I find ourselves again. Until I come your way again, please, this is your first time. Subscribe to this channel. Drop on your notification. Drop your like. Love you guys.
For of sexual harassment by Fabio to a woman in that same Niger Delta area. And there was a rumor that the one slapped her Boza. Give her Boza. We can slap. Okay, now the same Fabio. Now that day it was a Niger Delta ministry. Okay, now you are a Senate President. The same thing occur again, second time.
What is he looking for in this one? What is he trying to do?
See, his what is in his blood. He don't burn for 100 women tire.
But before a woman will slap person, is it that he's trying to force himself on them or
see, before they go slap you, you want to try to subdue her.
Yeah.
That's why you will collect slap. Boza.
let's go to what happened yesterday. Natasha Akosua, as he proceed since Nigeria government, Nigeria National Assembly has suspended her for 6 months without her security. She has taken a step further by going to US to report to National Assembly of what Nigeria and what National Assembly are doing to women.
See, the purely injustice. Suspending her, withdrawing her school, withdrawing her aid. What's an injustice? See, it's only in Nigeria that you can experience and witness this type of kangaroo injustice. See, I like her because she is courage enough and took the situation, took the matter to the United States, took the matter to the international community to be aware of the reality that is happening in Nigeria, especially Nigeria National Assembly. They are planted by the bad people that we call government officials. They are not officials. They are just there for their own profit. And I give her a 100% vote of confidence that she will win that case. The international community, the international National Assembly will look into our case. But this case must not be swept under the carpet as the previous one. This case must be thoroughly investigated. Now we have seen the Nigeria hand in it. Nigeria doesn't want justice. They sweep it under the carpet. But now I thank her for taking the case beyond Nigeria. So let the justice be done. And I believe Akpabio must face the warrant of the law. Akpabio must face the warrant of the law. And Akpabio, what I've seen is guilty. He's trying to maneuver. See, Nigeria is watching. Now Nigeria have told us that the case is their case, they pocket it. But now she went outside Nigeria soil and she will get justice there. And Akpabio must be invited. This case is not taken, Nigeria will be sacked. This one is not the case of a Bama. It's a big case. It's a big case.
Are you agreeing with the woman that
see, if I don't agree with the woman, I will not be saying supporting the woman because there was a case before of sexual harassment by Akpabio to a woman in that same Niger Delta area. And there was a rumor that the one slapped her Boza.
give her Boza?
We can slap. Okay, now the same Akpabio. Now that day it was a Niger Delta ministry. Okay, now you are a Senate president. The same thing occur again, second time.
What is he looking for in this woman? What is he trying to do?
See, it's what is in his blood. He don't drown for 100 women tire.
But before a woman will slap person, is it that he's trying to force himself on them or
see, before they will slap you, you want to try to subdue her.
Yeah.
That's why you will collect slap, Boza, and then you will retreat. Because that's why you can't retreat. Because now this is a part 2 again. Part 2 now in the Senate House.
The third person is
Part 3 they come, but this part 2 now is clearly Akpabio 100% guilty. Withdraw your post and go. Go suspend yourself 6 months. Get put to take over, but you don't want it because of injustice.
why is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not intervening?
Don't bring back Akpabio. You put Akpabio there. See, Nigeria, you never experienced this type of injustice before. See, Buhari's time sef, you never see this kind of thing. You understand? You don't understand sef. Everywhere was atmosphere of happiness. But see this one now. Now my turn. See what is happening. Rivers say wahala. See Lagos State. Impeach. Obasa throw am away. DSA, police, pursue everybody, beat everybody. Obasa throw am back. Under whose leadership? Jagaba. See what will happen.
So, thank you this morning for sharing your views. So thank you.
It's allies, it's family.
Thank you for having you this morning.
God will bless you. God will bless you. Thank you.
Former President Goodluck Jonathan now affirmed that Nigeria is not one. That nobody is Nigeria here. That joining us together was a mistake by the British. What do you have to say about that? Do you agree with the former President Goodluck Jonathan?
You see that statement from the former president. When you say a former president, when you look about the president, the procedural president, the one we are having before Jonathan and after Jonathan, you see that language is a pure. We were just joined together by fire by force. Like the British, they now put our Fulani in the head. You see the result of the situation now. They want to kill and mind us and make us to be under them. If we are really one, justice must be the first. But now we are not one. One is superior than one. How we want? One is born to rule. One is just under, suffering and smiling. his language is pure. And we are not happy with the system. And we want to be go. Everybody must go. Because everybody must go. That's why you see agitation of Biafra is a reality that must come to pass. Because they are afraid. They are afraid of the Biafra. Because the Biafra, they are the strongest, ethnic group in Nigeria. Which the Hausa Fulani are afraid of 247. See the Yoruba, see there was a language I was reading yesterday it was spoken by the Sultan of Sokoto. He said other 1 week if Igbo man no dey Nigeria, now 1 week they will chop Nigeria. They will bite Nigeria, they will chop or they put our pocket. But because of the Biafra, because of the Igbos, because of the heart, the lion heart that those group of people have, they find it difficult. And they must find it difficult. That's why you see somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, they are afraid to leave him. The court of law have already discharged and acquitted twice, but they are still holding him to their own side because they are afraid. But what I'm trying to let you know that whether up and down, Biafra must come to pass. And we must go our separate way. Whether you like it or not.
People are saying that it looks as if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Fulani man, it's not a Yoruba. So how will he allow the Fulani men to be killing people up and down?
You see, that's what we are telling you. You see what bring the Tinubu to the limelight is when a passenger failed to do his responsibility. Tinubu now capitalize and now tell the Yoruba, nah, it's your turn, it's our turn, it's this. Okay, at the end of the day now, they are killing them, killing these people, but he can't step on toe. He's afraid because just like what you have said, it's like a Yoruba Fulani. You can't stand as a father and they are killing your people and you have the authority, you are the number 1 in the country. You can't say, stop. You are washing hands because of 2027. Until they wipe all your people out of the surface of the earth. And that time you can't stand up. See, let us be frank with ourselves. Tinubu must wake up as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and step on those wicked souls that is killing people. You see, nobody is above the law. But when you are not afraid, you want to fight 2027 by all means, there will be casualty. That is what we are facing now. You see, Nigeria must not be, we see, they can't unite us together by force and by fire. See, time is coming and now is the time because I now not too much open for the injustice that the one called born to rule. They have meted on us. So it's time for us to go our separate way.
Okay, it's time for us to go on our separate way.
Orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we're facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And I looked at the topic, Igbo quest for Nigeria's unity. These are things that agitate my mind. I started thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought 4, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation. and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Amadou Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. They thought, and I quote, "Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves